Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video, I will teach you how you can make a neural network embedded website in Python. And this won't be like a single video series, probably yes. So I've actually gone ahead and created the network since I will actually explain to you how it works. It will take a lot of time to actually create this and explain all of it. So yeah, so basically I have used TensorFlow. It's literally nothing new, just the same syntax. And yeah, so basically here I've made all of the imports. We have used TensorFlow. uh, I've not used all of them till now, but we will use them. We are using Matplotlib, NumPy, TensorFlow, Keras. Then basically what I've done here is rescaled the training image, but note we haven't really loaded in the dataset. So then what we have done is while loading in the dataset, what we have told that every single dataset image should take the rescale parameter by passing in the train image. We have loaded in with the target size, so an image size of 200 by 200. We are loading like 40 images at once and giving it a binary classification mode. Probably categorical would be better, but yeah. Then we have just got ourselves some class indices. Get see what the how the computer represents each of the things. So cat is 0. Also PS. You can download it from Kaggle. It's the dog cat panda dataset. So yeah. Then we have just gotten what dataset uh, class is mapped to what, and then I've just made a really basic network over here, as you can see. Then we have compiled it with an Atom optimizer, which will look at the previous loss and improve on it. And we have given it a sparse categorical cross entropy loss and an accuracy of a metric. We have we have trained it for like 5 epochs and 40 batch size. We have given it a single verbose. It's pretty important. Like not that, but yeah. And a steps per epoch. Now this is optional. You can not give this if you have the time. The reason why this is present in the model, it's because I can actually, if I will remove this, the a single epoch training will take like 20 minutes, 12 minutes, and I don't have the time, and like probably not even you. And if you have a GPU on a machine, when I say GPU, I mean NVIDIA 1050 Ti or higher GPU. What you can do is you can install this package called TensorFlow GPU, and you can simply import it over here. Like, I don't think you even need to import it. Basically what that package will do is it will run the entire TensorFlow code, but not on your CPU but on your GPU, which is like 10 times faster. You can also run this on a Google Collaboratory if you cannot install TensorFlow, and that actually gives you a free access to a GPU. And let me tell you, it's not like a cheap GPU it gives you a free access on. It's actually really good. Like, I tried it out, and a model that would like take 20 minutes to run a single epoch ended up taking 10 seconds. So yeah, it doesn't really, yeah, it's got some power in it. Alright, so now that we have looked at the model, now the reason why I didn't really go into the coding was one, because I have a ton and a lot of machine learning tutorials involving how I create such models like on my channel, and I just think that it would literally just be a waste of your time watching me code this out again. So if you want to understand like what I've done over here a little bit more deeply, I've like whatever I've explained to you is pretty deep. But if you want to just get a better idea of it, check out my actually dedicated to machine learning tutorials on my channel. This is just some starter code that I started out with. I will not necessarily say starter code. And if you want this code, I will have this code available in the description box, so you can literally just copy paste this into your file. So on running this, now I'm not using the standard default terminal. I'm using this special thing called iTerm, since what I can do is simply switch between different terminals. Now this is the fish terminal, and we get all these really good terminals that we can use using iTerm. So that's why I'm actually currently going to be using iTerm. I think that's really good. Whatever. So alright, so what I've done is just created a really basic folder structure. As you can see, templates, we have the index.html and all of these basic folders. Now, first of all, what we want to do is just get ourselves some boilerplate HTML code. So I'm just going to be naming this, instead of document, we want to call it like animal classifier, and I will have a center tag with an h1 saying animal classifier. And what I want to do is go up to my main.py file. Now I'm expecting basic Flask. I will explain to you like the things that I need to, but I have a basic. I have this thing called Flask in one video. Go check it out if you want to. This is kind of like a project that I've used by using these two technologies, and I'm expecting these technologies, like not the advanced, the basics at least, or at least the core syntax, like basic syntax. So first of all, we need to import Flask. It's not pre-installed, so install it if you haven't. Last, we need to use rend template, so we can render HTML templates. Then we obviously need the request in Flask. So basically, what this request will allow us to do is post a few HTTP requests, and really cool thing. So first of all, we need to initialize our Flask application. We do that by just typing app, or any variable you want, is equals to Flask, and you just type underscore name. And to run it, you just use the standard Python thing called if underscore name underscore is equals to underscore main underscore. Then you just go app dot run, and since you don't want to reload the app every time you run this, you can pass it a thing called debug, and just make it equal to true over here. Now first of all, what we want to do is create the home page. So we can just go define, actually we can call this the main page, and we can simply return a render template, and the render template will be the index.html file that we have. And now that we have done it, what we can basically do is go up to my item, and we can just go python 3 main dot py, no py. So now that we have done that, we get it that it's serving on this URL. Basically, I will head on over here, and I will paste that URL to my search box. Now yours should also be having the same URL. So we need to first route the page. So to do that, we just do app.route. We decorate this function, and that's called a decorator. It's Python syntax, Pythonish syntax. Why isn't it working? I'm sorry, have I done anything wrong? Probably not. Okay, I think I will need to do it here. Alright, why isn't it working? Let me actually return some inline HTML. Alright, I think it will now work. Jenga. Okay, oops. Alright, now I think it should work. I think there was some issue where the thing wasn't reloading. It was just sending a get request instead of actually reloading the page. I think this should work now. There we go, animal classifier popping up. Alright, so now that we have taken this, what we want is, we want to first of all have an image. So the way that I am going to be doing this is really unique. You'll have the entire neural network be running not constantly, but we will have it running on the back end. And as soon as there's like a kind of like a form submit event, basically it will send kind of like a post request to a backend, Python Flask backend, and the Flask backend will detect that post request will be sent from a button which will be named as predict. And as soon as it will get that button, it will trigger an event which will be through a Python code that we will write, which will basically train the model live and give us the prediction. Awesome, right? Pretty simple. So first of all, what you want to do is actually get rid of the animal classifier h1. Now the thing is, getting a screenshot of the screen is pretty hard. The thing is, like, not the syntax. The syntax is literally like 2 3 lines, but the thing that's actually difficult is getting the coordinates correct. The thing is that we usually use build or cv2 to actually do this, and the problem is the way that we do it is by passing a bbox to your function argument. And the problem with bbox is it's pretty good, but the main problem with bbox is the way bbox actually works is that it takes the left down right and up. It doesn't go like xy with height, it goes left down right up. So that's the problem. So to actually get an entire image correctly, not only you have to get the x and y coordinates correct, you also need to get like the left down right up. You need to get 4 coordinates in the precise manner, instead of like just getting 2 coordinates and then specifying a width and height. So that's the main problem with the bbox, and that's why I'm not really having any titles and headings. You can add it, you can play around, but I'm telling you, I've played around with those coordinates for hours, like literally hours. I don't like to admit that. So first of all, I will just search images of dogs. Let's just get some cute dog image. I think I will use something that we can actually predict. Here's the thing, I would use some cute dog image like this, but the problem is we won't really get any dog that will be like this. You know what? I think this one will be looking the most doggish. I don't know. I'm not much of a dog guy. So we get a source of our image will be this, and we can simply close that. Literally pretty simple. And we actually need to get a really important thing, a class of the main image, and copy that. And what I will do is I will just put in some really basic inline css styling, and that's actually a little bit important since the images that we will be loading in will be of 200 pixels, so it is kind of necessary, and everything should be a little bit, of the same size. So here we go, we have this image of a dog, as you can see over here. I really haven't styled it. You can. Now what we want is a button, so it's going to be pretty simple. First of all, we want a few BRs. BR. Oh, come on. 2 BRs and a button with the class of predict. I'll just type it out. Button class predict btn predict. Awesome. So on doing that, we get this thing called predict, and then what we can do is we can add a few BRs and add a p tag, and then we can put in some inline Python using this fancy double inverted brackets, and we can simply pass it in prediction. Easy. Alright, now that we have done with the front end, time for the actually important stuff, the back end. The back end is going to be pretty simple. It's not going to be some complex code, and it will be pretty simple. So let me just document.py over here. So first of all, what we need to do is give it a few methods that things. Now if you don't know what methods are, they are basically get requests and requests that you send to the browser sends to you, and all of that jazz. So first of all, what I want is a form with a method of post. So anytime I submit the form, it will send a post request instead of your standard get request, and that kind of separates this event from the other events that are currently happening on the web. So we can access that form method through some Python code. So what we can do is we can check that if any post request is sent to the server, then what we gonna do is just print out post request sent, and you will see what happens now. So first of all, let me just reload the page and open up this thing, and I'll just dock this kind of like here, so you guys can. And I'll click on predict a bunch of times, and on over here, and we get this thing post request sent. So you can see the Python code is checking for a post request and responding by post request sent, what we had obviously told it to respond. So just a second guys, let me just plug in my charger and I will be back. Alright, so what I want to do now, we want to run the model and predict on the image. First of all, we need to know how to take a screenshot. Now I'm just going to be copy pasting this code because it's literally 3 lines and I absolutely cannot remember what it was. So just get yourself a file, drag and drop it and check out the code. I think I will have it over here. Turns out no. Need to find it. Yeah, I think it was in my neural networks folder, and here probably test.py, maybe this one. Drag and drop it here. Alright, I think this is the code for it. So let me actually show you what this code basically will do. So now that I've done that, basically what I'm going to do is head on to my Google Chrome, reload the page, and I don't care. And let me show you what happens. So first of all, let me get my item window just below this image over here, and I will simply run the Python. Actually, I cannot run the command obviously. I will need to have a new window. So I will have another window, new window default profile over here, and cd to the desktop slash neural networks, clear, and get this thing, so animal classification NN. Oh come on, now it will just throw me the stupid things. Let me search for it. There it is. Why isn't that open? Alright, so let me show you what happens. So if I just head on over here and I take this terminal, the one where I'm not running my web server, and I can simply run python 3 test.py, you'll see what happens. It takes a second and you need okay, open system preferences. Okay, I think I will need to give it some permissions. And if I go on, click on image.png, it should be a screenshot of the screen, which is pretty darn cool. Okay, now the reason why that wasn't working, since I haven't given it the proper preferences that hey, you can do that. So let me, so the way you do that is you just do that, and I'm not going to be entering my password in front of everyone. I will simply check item, put and reopen. Okay, open up item. Maybe should have. Alright, cd to desktop slash neural networks, list the directories, and why cannot I find that? Alright, I have a bunch of tabs open now. um yeah, so animal classification edit. There we go. Easy. Get rid of this and head on to here, close that, head on over here and see what happens. So if I simply run python 3 test dot py, you'll see what happens. It's pretty cool. So you can see it gets this function called screen capture, and there we go, gets a picture of the screen. Awesome. So let me just run my website over here now. So python 3, what was it, main.py. Yeah, so currently what we are doing is we are getting a screenshot. Now what we will do is we are taking a screenshot and uploading it to local storage. Local storage means the computer storage, in case if you don't know. So now what we will do is we will make the prediction on the model, the image uploaded to the local storage, and then we will show it on the website over here as a form of a prediction. Now, yeah, it might not go well. And when I say it might not go well, I mean the prediction, not the implementation. So basically what we will do is literally super simple. You just copy this model code. I think we will not need the imports. I will just copy these imports and paste them here, and I will also need the imports for the test.png. So basically if anything like a post request is sent, which can only and only happen when you are submitting the form, obviously we want to take a screenshot. Really simple. Over here, as you can see, which is being saved as a specific name, image.png. So we are specifying the name that we want, and then we literally just want to execute the model code that we have made for the model. So you basically just do that and you paste that here. And yeah, I will need to do some indenting. Alright, once I've done that, we obviously need to get our predictions. So the way we will get the predictions is we will just say image is equals to image dot load underscore img. Now the load img will take the image dot png, and it will also take a target size of exactly 200 by 200, and instead of showing the image, I want to do some other thing. Now I think I'll need to just have a look how we do that. I kind of don't remember those lines of code. So I will just use this code over here. I'm like, I'm just showing you the actual way in which I actually make a project. Copy paste a ton of code. Alright, so I will simply copy that. Head on to my net.py, actually main.py, not net.py. And we need to just paste this specific code, and I will just change this to prediction. Copy that, paste it. So we will get a prediction, and what I will also do, one last thing, and then we will have an entire website done. Awesome. And I will simply put prediction over here, and that will be equal to a blank string, so we can simply access prediction as a global variable. Then we can go to the index.html. We have a prediction, and we can pass it as a parameter, make it equal to the prediction. There we go, that's done. Now the prediction will be in the form of like a binary output. You can simply make if the 000 is equals to 0, print dog, print cat. Then if that is equals to 1, then print dog, otherwise print panda, but I prefer this, that's why I'm keeping it like that. Now what I'm going to be doing is actually one really important thing that I think I'm going to be doing is reducing the steps by epoch. Make it one. Actually, let's just keep it three. Decrease the epochs. You might want to keep more epochs. Don't keep these many epochs, and please don't deploy this on the web. I'm not saying for like my personal gain, but the reason is you can see while it's running a single model on the web, your computer is going to go crazy. And having something like this deployed on the web where thousands of people are going to be using it, I think you understand what I mean by that. So you know. Okay, okay, I get it. Main.py. I can just get rid of this bad boy. Keep my terminal. Reload the app. Also, I would recommend that you use this terminal. It's pretty cool. Like it's working really nicely, pretty fast, and you can actually customize it. I actually, made this font green. Looks pretty cool. Whatever. So let me reload the page and okay, looks like there are some port issues. Now the reason why this is happening is I don't know. Nobody is actually developing on this port right now in my house, so that's something. Like if somebody is actually going to be developing on this specific port, like if you and your brother or someone is going to be doing Flask at the same time, I doubt your computer will actually authenticate like all of you to go on the same port. So you might want to take care of that. Okay, looks like there is some issues. Let me terminate that and let me try and run it through my Visual Studio Code. It will work. Right, I have all of the modules installed on my VS Code. It's all configured properly. Okay, it's taking some time. I get it. Like even my laptop fans are currently pretty loud. Alright, looks like there are some issues. Like when I say issues, I don't mean that. I just mean why isn't this app, getting all of its stuff done. Let me run it also on my terminal, see if it works over there. Like if it doesn't, I probably will have to end the video here. But I know it will. Like I know the code works obviously since we literally have copy pasted it from the file where it was working. It can't really be wrong. Yeah, if it is wrong, you guys probably figure it all out by yourself. And if you can comment down below, I will surely help you guys out. So don't really worry about it. Okay, it's taking some time. It's taking some time. Come on, why is it taking so much of time? It usually isn't this laggy. Let me open it up like some other window, terminal window. Okay, looks like there's surely some issue. Usually my thing, okay, I don't know why this is not happening. I think this is going to be some issue from the all of the stuff that we are allocating our speed to right now, and I absolutely don't know, like I can't really fix it. So the thing is working, we know that, it's obvious. So yeah, so that's it for today guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe to the channel, and I hope then comment down below what else ML and what projects should I make next. I'm running out of ideas. So I will do something that you guys want, maybe make a game and buy game again. Haven't done that in a while. Yeah, so that's it for today guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in another YouTube video.